Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am back with another video. I'm Chris the Don One, the DJ Academics of the YouTube community, the most hated and feared channel representing the YouTube community, is back once again with another video. Now, LeBron James told reporters a couple of days back that he has never been on a super team. Now, when I heard this from LeBron James, I found it laughable, and I said either one or two things is going on with this situation here. Either LeBron James is sidestepping or LeBron James has amnesia. I don't know which side of the coin LeBron James is flipping to. But anywho, Draymond Green talked about it yesterday when they showcased the NBA Finals championship trophy to the Golden State Warriors fans downtown, that even Draymond Green found it laughable. Quote, LeBron James, you never been on a super team? And he said, quote, you started the super team. Now, Draymond Green says later on that, it's all fun and games. It's all, jokes and giggles. Him and LeBron James has no quarrels with one another. They're not beefing with one another. But LeBron James, let's travel down memory road, shall we? You was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was your first stint. And you led the team to an NBA finals with the San Antonio Spurs. And y'all, it just didn't look good. You guys lost that finals, okay? Now, LeBron James kept trying to recruit talent over there, but a lot of NBA superstars did not want to go to Cleveland, okay? It's just the way it was. Cleveland wasn't a very attractive city for NBA free agents. The closest they ever gotten a free agent to Cleveland, but he changed his mind, was Amari Stoudemire, okay? And he was saying, no, I'm not going to Cleveland, okay? So what did LeBron do? All right. Now, there was some other things plaguing in the background from LeBron James' decision. This wasn't, I don't want to get this twisted. I don't want people to think that the reason why LeBron James left Cleveland because he couldn't attract free agents. That was one of the issues why he left. The other issues were there was a lot of turmoil and a lot of things going on with the Cleveland organization, a lot of distrust, if you want to call it that. And LeBron James bolted from Cleveland to join Miami. Now, Miami already had Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade was in his prime, okay? Dwayne Wade wasn't old, okay? LeBron James was getting to his prime. And you also had Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh wasn't a good player. Chris Bosh was a great player, particularly when he did his playoff runs with the Toronto Raptors, okay? So those guys formed the first ever super team. Now, a lot of old school NBA players dislike this notion. Basically a lot of older veterans were saying, this smells like if you can't beat them, join them type of situation. And they frowned upon this. Now, a lot of naysayers, a lot of fans of LeBron James will tell you this. Well, what's the difference between a GM putting a team together and players putting a team together? And in a nutshell, I explain it to you. When you're talking about players, you're talking about competition, okay? If you believe in competition, you don't think of, well, if I can't beat this guy, I'm just going to join this guy, okay? It's all about competition. Now, a lot of people are going to twist that word around and say this, that, and the third, making different examples. It's just competition. It'll be like if Michael Jordan, in the beginning stages of his career, and he couldn't get past the Boston Celtics, Michael Jordan says, you know what? Instead of trying to beat the Boston Celtics, let me join the Boston Celtics, okay? Or when he couldn't get past the Detroit Pistons, the bad boys, Michael Jordan would say, you know what? If I can't beat Detroit, let me just join Detroit. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, the opinion that everyone else is having with the NBA as of today. Competition is a wash. Nobody really doesn't want to have competition with one another. And Charles Barkley, even though I don't necessarily agree with Charles Barkley in the things that he says, he's right. Okay, the lack of competition has pretty much died, and a lot of these superstars are coming to the mindset of, well, if I can't beat them, let's join them. Okay, now LeBron James, you started this craze. Okay, you didn't think a lot of other players, if this was successful, a lot of other players, which it was successful, a lot of other signature NBA superstars wasn't going to take this approach. Okay, so I wasn't mad when Kevin Durant, I didn't call it a weak move like Stephen A. Smith. I wasn't mad when he decided to join the Golden State Warriors, because to me, it makes perfectly logical sense. Okay, his play style fits with the Golden State Warriors offensive tempo and style. Okay, that's why when he joined them, it just worked day one. They didn't have to go through like the whole season to try to work with one another. Yeah, there was bumps along the road, little bumps, minute bumps, but there wasn't the problem like when LeBron James joined the Miami Heat, and LeBron James and Dwayne Wade are pretty much they have the similar type style. They're similar players somewhat. Okay, they're ball dominant. Okay, they believe in ISO. So of course it took them a long time to figure it out, and that's why you had games when they was with the Miami Heat where LeBron James would be the man, and in other games Dwayne Wade would be the man. But in the playoff stretch, I guess both of them decided that we'll just let Dwayne Wade be the man when it gets to the fourth quarter. Okay, so that's why I didn't even get mad when LeBron James joined Miami, and I didn't get mad when Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors. I did say this: by you acknowledging that you can't beat your rival, you're basically saying that, well, if I can't beat them, let me join them. Okay, if I can't will my team to a championship, let me join a better team. And isn't that the DNA of LeBron James? A lot of people say, well, LeBron James makes players better. He makes average players good players. Okay, and for a certain stretch in his first stint with Cleveland, he pretty much had, D-list type of talent. And you mean to tell me he can't somehow will those players through the playoffs and into the finals? Okay, but I understood why he left Cleveland, and I understood why he went to Miami, and also understood why he went back to Cleveland. He went back to Cleveland not because he was coming home, not because he was feeling soft. He had a soft spot in his heart for the Cleveland fans, Cleveland. Basically, he left Miami because he saw the forecast of the future of the Miami Heat. He noticed that Dwayne Wade is getting older. Okay, Dwayne Wade isn't the same player that he was friends with and joined 4 years ago. Okay, and Chris Bosh, the ailments and everything was starting to materialize on him. He also thought that, Chris Bosh was ultimately not a good fit, and Pat Riley should have, instead of re-signed Chris Bosh, tried to make the team even better with him and Dwayne Wade, which Dwayne Wade is getting a lot older. So now we need to buffer up this talent. We don't necessarily need a big three. We need, one more player plus some more serviceable parts. He would stay with Miami, but Miami was kind of backing down to LeBron James' wishes, and LeBron James had an ego problem, if you want to call it an ego problem, with Pat Riley. Okay, and it gotten so where he didn't want to necessarily play for Pat Riley. That's why he went back to Cleveland, because Cleveland Dan Gilbert was going to give LeBron James all the control he wanted. Anything LeBron James wanted, he had a rubber stamp approach to it, okay? He even went over the salary cap. That was one thing Pat Riley wasn't going to do. Pat Riley may went a little bit over the salary cap, but he's not going to he's not the type of owner that's going to pay $30 million in luxury tax, okay? He's not that guy, okay? Dan Gilbert is, okay? So that's why Dan Gilbert and LeBron James, works to a T, okay? Even though Dan Gilbert said some crazy things in a post when LeBron James left him the first time around, and he did apologize, and he did look like a fool. Even when LeBron James left, he even looked further like a fool, and he also devalued that franchise, and now that franchise is back on the level again, primarily because of LeBron James, okay? Now, as far as what Draymond Green says, LeBron James, you created the super team. You was on a super team. So how come you can get mad? It was a joke, but he was also saying this in the background. You can't get mad at us because we took the same formula, the same plan that you used and embedded with the Miami Heat, and we applied it with the Golden State Warriors. But to me, the Golden State Warriors, that was a team with good drafting. They draft Steph Curry. They draft Draymond Green. They draft Klay Thompson. Those are three good stars that they, as the organization, drafted, okay? Now, they added Kevin Durant, okay? So, technically, they drafted their super team. And when you look at LeBron James with Miami, they pretty much formed a super team. So one could have an argument with that, but at the same time, the Golden State Warriors are going to run into the same problems, just like the Cleveland Cavaliers in their short span. They're going to get older, and some of those players that are cool and attempt with their position with the squad, 2, maybe 3 years down the road, like Klay Thompson, he's probably going to have the mindset of, man, I want to be the man. I have the skills and the capabilities to be the man, but the only reason why I'm not the man because Steph Curry and the Durantula are the man in the eyes of the organization. So I need to take my talent somewhere to displace my skills, okay? So you're going to run into that. You can't pay all of them $200 million contracts. 2 of those players are going to have to go. And the likely 2, in my opinion, is Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. They will probably fight a little bit more for Klay Thompson, but if they can find something that's adequate or the same as Draymond Green, they wouldn't mind letting Draymond Green go instead of signing him to a huge extension. Or Draymond Green might say, you know what, I will take less to stay with the Golden State Warriors. You don't know the mindset of Draymond Green. But this super team talk, LeBron James, you pretty much started this, and now it was a gift, it was a blessing 6 years ago with you. Now it's a curse, okay? So that's what now LeBron James is having the mindset of these old veterans like James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan. The list goes on and on and on of these older veterans saying that, we believe in competition. We fought with one another, okay? We never had it, even if we had the opportunity, we never once thought of, well, if you can't beat them, join them mentality. But, it is what it is. It's the new school. Yes, I feel like competition is diluted. I don't think people really want to compete and go at one another. I think a lot of these guys have the mindset of, well, when my contract is up with this squad, and since they can't sign nobody and form a super team on this squad, then I need to take my talent somewhere else where they could do it, okay? And the likely destinations are the San Antonio Spurs, the Golden State Warriors, the LA Lakers to a certain extent, maybe the LA Clippers, since Jerry West is joining the LA Clippers. The Miami Heat is still trying to form another big three. And maybe a possibility in Cleveland, and a distant aside organization that's outside the bubble. Maybe the New York Knicks, if they can somehow get rid of Phil Jackson and put somebody in place that's attracted to a lot of these NBA free agents. Okay, but guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please, notification gang in the building. Hit that notification icon, that notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am here.